What's going on? In this video, I will show you my installation of the Vortex generator you see here. This is an inexpensive, good looking, and fairly easy to install exterior mod that makes the rear of the car really pop. Let's begin. Alright, so I'm getting ready to install this Vortex generator right here. Now, I just think it's a pretty cool looking exterior mod, and I think it complements the rear bumper. So that's why I'm doing it. You can tell me what you think about it in the comment section, but I want to give you some installation tips. Alright, so let me just show you something. Obviously, it gets held in place with 3M tape. The 3M tape is behind this red backing. So 3M tape has to, there's some surface preparation that has to go on before this stuff will work. And if you have wax or other, contaminants on the surface of the car, when you go install this, your thing is just gonna come off in time. How well it holds up has everything to do with the preparation you do beforehand. So to that end, I waxed the car a little over a month ago. So what I'm gonna be doing in my particular case is I'm gonna use some Goo Gone, because this is what I have on hand. So I was trying not to spend some money on this, but you can, if you don't have anything on hand, you can get some wax stripper, wax cleaner from the store. But I have the Goo Gone, so I'm gonna use Goo Gone, and then I'm gonna use soapy water, and then finally I'm gonna use alcohol afterwards. And that should get all of the contaminants off of the surface and get the surface ready to accept the tape. That way this thing doesn't come off over time. Another quick little thing I want to tell you about this, it's not one size fits all. So be mindful of the car that you have, the antenna size that you have. So I have the Starlink antenna. So my shark fin antenna is the big one. So this one is the big opening right there. So if you get this one and you have the non-Starlink car, then you're gonna have a huge gap. You're gonna have huge gaps around your antenna, and it's just not gonna look right. And there's also another version of the Vortex generator that kind of goes around the entire antenna. I don't like the look of those. I like the look of this kind of half Vortex generator. So I mean, to each his own, but just to let you know, don't just blindly buy this. If you're interested, make sure you buy the correct one for your size antenna. All right, so I'm gonna spray a little bit of Goo Gone here just to get the waxy residue off of the paint. I'll be washing my car afterwards, so I'm not really too concerned with leaving this stuff on, because as soon as I'm done installing this, I'm gonna wash the car. But all I'm doing is rubbing it on there, letting it do its job for a couple of minutes, and then just taking it off. And then I'm gonna clean the surface with some soapy water. Alright, let me show you what I did here to keep myself from screwing this up. Because obviously, as I said, it's all held in place by 3M tape. 3M tape is pretty powerful, and it's kind of not forgiving. So once you put it down, especially in a nice clean surface like we just prepared, and you put it down there, it's gonna be really hard to get it off. So my plan is to put it in place with all of the backing, align it just right, and then take out the backing from the front. So what I did is I just folded it over, as you can see, and just taped it on the other side. So I'll place it where it's gonna go, I'll align it just right, then I'll pull the painter's tape off and just kind of pull the backing out from underneath it. And that way it's already gonna be in place and it shouldn't shift. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so if surface preparation was the most important part, the second most important part is alignment. So I'm gonna put it on there, and I'm gonna align it until it's just right before I start pulling the backing of the 3M tape. So first step, if you go to the back behind the bumper, you'll be able to see if it's centered right. just to be extra cautious I'm gonna put some painter's tape down to make sure this thing doesn't shift on me. I'm gonna start with this one right here. And I'm just gonna pull it out of the way, and then do this one too. Alright, so now it's holding. Now that we have the first couple pieces of tape, let me just take another look from the other side and make sure it's aligned one final time. Looks good to me. Alright, so I'll do the bottom one. Okay, so the next step is just to apply some pressure down on it. So I pushed it down with my hands, obviously, and it seemed fine, but I still want to apply some downward pressure on it for a while. That way the 3M tape really has a good chance to grab onto the metal of the car. So I just grabbed whatever was convenient, protected the paint and the Vortex generator with some towels, and I just put that stuff up there. And I'm just gonna leave it like that for a few hours and just let it sit, since I don't need the car right now. But you know, about 20 minutes is fine if you just do something like this. So we'll see what it looks like in a few. Thanks a lot for watching. If this was useful to you, support the channel by liking the video and subscribe to see my future content. Take care.